Kol Haloyim Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Ruach Shalom, Shin Yukabad, Gabal Rakab, Zakwin Yanawa, Ba'ith, Shalom, Waka Rakyam, Labakayam, Shal Yasharala, Shalom. What I just said was that all praises are due to the anointed Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, who is our Heavenly Father and His Son. And I bid you peace in the name of Great Millstone, Gadwala Rakab. We give double honors to the elders and apostles in these times. Peace and blessings to the elect. Now, what I'm about to read is basically fully for the elect. Only the elect will only get this. Once they hear it, and once it gets into their system, you'll know what I'm talking about. When I first read this many times ago, I know how much of an effect it had on me every time I read Second Address 15 and 16, because it tells you what time we are in. It doesn't get any better than this. And if you don't get it after reading or hearing this, hopefully that you'll go back to it and let it sit with you for a while. And just look around, compare and contrast. Okay, I will begin by reading chapter 2 Address, chapter 15. Behold, speaking to the ears, my people, of prophecy, which have put in thy mouth, saith Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. Verse 5, behold, say Yahawah Yahawashi, I will bring plagues upon the world, a sword, famine, death, and destruction. Verse 5, behold, saith Yahawah Yahawashi, I will bring plagues upon the world. Oh, Salakia. Let me move on to verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Verse 7. Therefore saith Yahawah Yahawashi. Verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, for they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteousness blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Verse 9, and therefore say Yahawah Yahawashi, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto all innocent blood from among them. Verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, for I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, punishment that YAHAWAH Yahawashi shall bring upon it. Verse 13. That they till the ground shall mourn, for the seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation. Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight one another, and the swords in their hand. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into the city, and shall not be able to. Verse 18. Because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbors, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, spoil their goods, because of their lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Verse 20. Behold, saith YAHAWAH Yahawashi, I will call upon all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from a rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Verse 21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I also recompense in their bosoms. Thus saith YAHAWAH Yahawashi. Verse 22. My hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. Verse 23. The fire is gone from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners, like the straw that is kindled. Verse 24. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandments. Thus saith YAHAWAH Yahawashi. Verse 25. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. Verse 26. For the Lord knoweth all them that have sinned against him, and therefore delivereth them unto death and destruction. Verse 27. For now are the plagues that come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For YAHAWAH Yahawashi shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against them. Verse 28. Behold, a horrible vision in the appearance of the east. Verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, as they which hear them may not fear and tremble. Salaki, let me read that again. Verse 29. Where the nations of the dragon of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and a multitude of them shall be carried out as the wind upon the earth, and all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Verse 30. Also the Carmenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, with great power shall they come and join battle with them, shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Verse 31. And the dragons have their upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Verse 32. Then these shall be troubled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. Verse 33. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, consume of them. Their hosts be fear and dread, and the strife among the kingdoms. Verse 34. Behold clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. Verse 35. They shall smite one another, and shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star. And blood shall be from the sword until the belly. One moment, let me get a sip right quick of water. Verse 36. And dung of men until the camel's hoe. Verse 37. There shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, that they see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. Verse 38. And then shall come great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west. Verse 39. Strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it, and clouds which he raised up in wrath, and the stars stirred up, which caused fear towards east-west wind, shall be destroyed. Verse 40. The great and mighty clouds shall lift up, full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell in them therein, Salakia. And they shall pour out over every high and eminent place and horrible star. Verse 41. Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, all that fields may be full, and all rivers with abundance of great waters. Verse 42. They shall break down the cities, walls, mountains, hills, trees of the woods, grass of the meadows, and their corn. Verse 43. They shall go steadfastly upon Babylon and make her afraid. Verse 44. They shall come to her besiege her. The star and all the wrath shall pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up in the heavens, and all that they may be about her shall bewail her. Tough going. Verse 45. And they that remain under her shall do service upon them, and have put fear in her. Verse 46. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and the art the glory of her Persian. So like a person. 47. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which always desire to commit whoredom with thee. Verse 48. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith YAHAWAH Yahawashi. Verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, pestilence, to waste the houses with the destruction, and death. Verse 50. And the glory of thy power shall be dried, as a flower when the heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Verse 51. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall be not able to receive thee. Verse 52. I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, say YAHAWAH Yahawashi. Verse 53. If thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke with thy hands, and saying over the dead, when thou hast drunken. Verse 54. Set forth the beauty of continence. The reward of whoredom shall be in thy bosom, therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Verse 56. Like as thou hast done upon my chosen, saith YAHAWAH Yahawashi, even shall YAHAWAH Yahawashi do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Verse 57. Thy children shall deliver, Salakia. Verse 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fail through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken, and all thy shall perish with the sword in the field. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Verse 58. They that be in the mountain shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, drink their own blood, for the hunger of bread and the thirst of water. Verse 59. Thou as unhappy shalt come through the sea and receive plagues again. Verse 60. In a passage they shall rush upon Slakia. In a passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some of the portion of thy land, and consume part of the glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. Slakia, the camera's moving about. Verse 61. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire. Verse 62. And shall consume thee and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, all the woods and all the fruitful trees shall burn up with fire. Verse 63. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and look, what thou hast, they spoil it, and mar the beauty of thy face. That concludes the reading of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, from the Apocrypha book. I recommend that you get many copies of these as you possibly can, because after the newness wears out, pages start missing. I would say if you get a book like this, make sure you get some packing tape so you can keep it together. I bid you shalom.